guys, I hope you're all doing very well. Now I know I say this at the start of a lot of my videos, but I'm sorry I haven't made a video in a few weeks. I've just been really busy with everything. But I am back today, and today's review is actually long overdue. This is an older fragrance that I have had some requests for, and I'm finally getting around to doing it. It is by Paris Hilton, and it's called Heiress. Now, this fragrance actually came out in 2006, so it's been quite a while. It was her second fragrance after her debut one. So, you know, she's had it as part of her collection for a while, and it's been pretty popular, I think. You don't really see it around, you know, selling as much as you did before, but you can still find it in some places. And I actually got the gift set. This I got like a year ago or something. I've opened it up and everything, but I put it back in the box to show you. So this set actually comes with the 1 ounce bottle of the Heiress fragrance, the body lotion, and shower gel. Now before I talk about the products, I'm going to start the video off with the best part, which is the Heiress sample. And so if you've seen my other Paris Hilton fragrance reviews, you know that I love Paris Hilton samples, because not only do you get the advertisement and, you know, a vial of the fragrance, but you also get a little poem, a little story written by Paris or her people who, you know, someone writes it. And it always is just hilarious. So, first of all, here's the advertisement for Heiress. She's kind of like, sort of in a lounge, maybe. She looks like she's in a study hall. She's kind of in like a big brown leather chair. She's kind of just sprawled back. Looks like she just had a nice martini and, you know, she's just enjoying herself. So inside, we have our little inscription here. Paris Hilton shares her newest fragrance and reveals a world of elegance and sophistication equal to the glamour that only a modern heiress experiences. Exotic, enticing, and mysterious, this scent complements your style. Vivacious, that's a word that people don't use enough of. Vivacious and vibrant, intoxicating and captivating. Okay, now here's my favorite part. A little poem. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the heiress of them all? Heiress by Paris Hilton. Okay, I'm not even kidding. All of that is written in this little sample. So that's my little story for you all. So this fragrance is a fruity floral. It's very girly, it's very pink, it's very sparkly. So here is the Heiress bottle. It is tall and thin, just like her original Paris Hilton bottle. Only this time, rather than being like a cylinder, it is square shaped. We have Paris Hilton written along the side of the bottle. The cap is a big clunky square, and as you can see, inside of the bottle is this sheer pad of pink glitter. Now, the glitter is not inside the bottle, really. It's actually on the back. There's like it's not really a sticker. It's like a piece of, I don't even know what it is. It's like a piece of thin plastic or glass or something, and it's put on the back of the bottle so that when you look at it through the bottle, you see the pink sparkles. And the back of it is actually quite reflective, like you can actually see yourself in it. So it doubles as like a little travel mirror. And then the lid comes off like that, and we have the sprayer. Now some people, so you have to understand that the strip on the back continues on the lid, so you could, like, you know, separate it. And I hate it when people put the lid on like this, so that, you know, that's in the front. It just looks ridiculous. Ridiculous. So, you know, if you have Heiress, just be sure that you always put the lid on properly so that the glitter is like continuous throughout. Okay, don't commit glitter crimes. It's the worst kind of crime. Alright, so what does Heiress smell like? Well, Heiress is a fruity floral fragrance. It's very, I already said this, didn't I? It's very pink, it's very girly, it's very feminine. It's kind of like what you would expect an heiress to smell like. You know, someone who's just inherited so much money and doesn't really have a real job and it's just, you know, very sparkly and fun and innocent and not too much depth to it, really. Does that mean? So I'm gonna spray this on a little thingy here. Now, when I first smelled this, it was in Ottawa. It was like a couple summers ago. Me and David went there for my birthday, and we were shopping for fragrances, and we got like a few Britney ones, and then there was the Heiress tester there, with the lid turned around, of course. So after fixing that, I smelt it, and it was actually my first time smelling it. And I thought it smelled very much like candy. It was nice, it was pleasant, but it was very, very candy-like. So, I'll start off by saying that this fragrance is very, I feel like it doesn't change too much throughout its, you know, throughout your experience of the fragrance. It's not really one of those that's going to develop into something completely different, you know? It's not like, oh, it starts off fruity and then it becomes this, and at the end you have this left over. It really is quite a simple fragrance, and I find as though what you're left with at the end is pretty much just a lesser version of what you started out with. So there's actually a lot of ingredients in this one. So in the top note we have passion fruit, peach, champagne mimosa, and some orange burst, which I assume is just crazy orange. I would have to say, of those four, the one that really stands out, like the one that you can actually really identify and really smell, is the passion fruit. It's really sparkly, like it really does make you think of like the bottle, like it's just glittery and happy and pink, and it's a really uplifting kind of top. Oh yes, and the peach. Okay, at this point, as I said, it's the passion fruit that's really the main star. The peach is kind of there, but we'll see more of the peach in a moment. It's really just the passion fruit and, you know, maybe a little bit, I think that the orange burst is, you know, adding a bit of some energy to the scent, but, you know, passion fruit all the way. And now in the heart of the scent, we have a lot of florals. There's four of them. There's the star jasmine, ylang ylang, tiara flower, and honeysuckle. Now, I have to say something. With some fragrances, with most fragrances, you can kind of pick out which flowers are in them. You know, if you like this flower, you'll like the scent. If you don't like it, blah blah blah. With this one, I honestly feel as though I can't really pick out any of the florals. I feel like the floral heart, even though it has so many, it really is just a blur of flowers. I don't really smell a jasmine in there. Yeah, it's honestly just a sort of even blend of like floral. However, if you watch my videos, you might know that I'm not me and peach, you know, that fruit peach, me and peach don't really get along very well. Most fragrances with peach in it, not all, but most of them, you know, I'm sort of iffy about, especially when it's mixed with rose. And the reason is because it always creates this sort of synthetic bubblegum kind of smell. And I've kind of realized that, you know what, it's not the rose's fault, it really is the peach. Because in this fragrance, once we get into the heart, once that floral heart comes out, then the peach really starts to shine. It starts, you know, wreaking havoc and running around. And that is when you start to smell that sort of bubblegum kind of smell. When I first smelled it, like back in Ottawa, I thought to myself, when I was thinking it smelled like candy, I did think of bubblegum. And it's not just pure bubblegum, like I said, it's that sort of passion fruit opening, which is nice, but the heart is very pink. I think of like pink bazooka gum or like, you know, just pink gum. And it is, you can still smell the florals, like, again, you can't pick them out, but you can tell there are a lot of florals in this, so it makes it a little bit softer. It's not just candy, it's not like you just sprayed gum on yourself. It's, you know, it is a fragrance. It is florally. You can still smell the passion fruit. But right now, I would basically say it smells like passion fruit bubblegum, with a couple sprinkles of flowers. What's the word? Indescribable? No. Indistinguishable flowers. That's what I'm smelling. So in the base of the fragrance, we have 3 ingredients. We have violet leaf, which I don't smell at all. We have blonde woods, and we have some tonka bean. Now, like I said before, it really doesn't develop as much as a lot of other fragrances do. So even in the base, I can still smell that passion fruit bubblegum, but you can sort of, it's a little bit woodsier now. It's kind of just like passion fruit bubblegum musk now, kind of on your skin. The tonka bean isn't as strong as you'd think. It's not really a gourmand, like creamy scent at all. It's more fresh. So don't think the tonka bean is, adding that rich sweetness, because it really isn't. The base is just, I feel like the base really is dominated by those blonde woods and whatever's left over of that passion fruit bubblegum. Okay, so that is, my review of the eau de parfum. So now I want to talk to you about the body lotion. Now, this is probably the most important part of the video. More important than the sample and the mirror story and everything is the lotion. I have 4 different Paris Hilton lotions. Can was a nightmare. Siren was okay. But Heiress, this is not only the best Paris Hilton lotion in the world, but it's actually one of my favorite lotions of my entire collection. And I have like 30 or more different fragrance lotions, and this one is really, really good. I'm going to put a little bit on right now. This is the 90 milliliter container. Okay, so you're probably wondering, what's so good about this lotion? Let me tell you. First of all, it's pink. That's bright. Maybe you can't tell, but it's a nice light pink color. It's like this, just like that. So the reason I like this so much is because it's completely void of any synthetic qualities. There's no plasticky smell, there's no chemical smell. It smells identical to the actual fragrance, as if you just sprayed it on. It's surprisingly fresh, very fruity. My hands were so dry yesterday, and I have this close to my computer, so I can always just put it on, and my hands felt so soft afterwards. It really does moisturize very well. And I think what I really love about it is that after you put it on, just give it 30 seconds or so once it really starts to dry, and then your hands feel not only very soft, but almost powdery. It's almost as if you put a little bit of baby powder on. They're just really soft and smooth. It's really nice, and I was really surprised, and it gets my approval in terms of, body lotions. Now the shower gel it comes in this container. It's a little bit darker pink than the lotion, and this one is a fine product. There's really nothing particularly, important to say about it. I think Paris Hilton shower gels have always been fine. They lather well, they're lightly scented. They're nothing spectacular. I wouldn't really say go out and buy it on its own, but it definitely makes a good addition to any gift set. So the shower gel's fine. But the lotion, honestly, if you can find this on its own, the big one, I would say get it, because I don't think you're going to be disappointed. So in terms of when to wear this fragrance, it's very casual. It's very girly, it's very fruity, it's very it's a daytime scent. You can wear it to school, you can wear it shopping, you can wear it when you're lounging in your study hall. I wouldn't recommend it for anything formal. It's not a going out to dinner fragrance. It's certainly not a dressed up scent. It's very, very casual. It's just something to throw on when you feel you want to feel happy and pink and glittery. You can just throw on some Heiress and, walk out the door. The lasting power, it's as you would expect with a fragrance like this. Those base notes aren't really rich, and that tonka bean doesn't really come out. So I feel like the scent doesn't last as long as some other fragrances, because it is kind of bubbly and sparkly. So don't think this is going to last you the entire day, but it's good for a couple hours at least. Okay, so let me just do a quick wrap-up of our Heiress here. So, Heiress by Paris Hilton came out in 2006. It's a fruity floral, it's very sparkly, it's very glittery. It starts off with some passion fruit, some peach, some mimosa, and some... orange, like the sparkly orange explosion or whatever it was called. But honestly, it's the passion fruit that takes center stage. That's what you should really take note of. The heart is sort of this even blend of random florals. Those mingle with the peach to make a bubblegum, disaster. But it stays fresh, it stays light, and the passion fruit definitely gives it that nice, pleasant fruitiness. The base is a little bit light. The tonka bean doesn't really come out, but the blonde woods do reveal themselves. So overall, I would classify this as passion fruit bubblegum with a soft floral woodiness in the dry down. Alright guys, so that is my review on Paris Hilton's Heiress. I hope you enjoyed that. I have reviewed most of her scents now. I do have teas. I got that recently, so I'll be doing a review on that someday. And I'll probably do a cologne review because she has 2 other men's fragrances that I haven't reviewed yet. Air, which is the men's version of this, and Just Me. Oh, you know what? I haven't reviewed Just Me for women. Or for men. Oh, so much to do. Sometimes I wish I was an heiress so I can just lounge in my study and put on Heiress lotion and be powdery and whatnot. Guys, so that is the end of my review. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you guys next time for some more fragrance reviews.